Statesman Nation. We're here with Coach Todd Hafner as we preview the final week of 2018. Coach, it's going to be a cold one. We'll talk about that cold one in a second, but let's back up to an awesome senior day for the 2018 class. A huge win over Graceland. Just recap a little bit.
Yeah, it was a great day. I mean, you could tell before the game how into it our kids were.
Yeah.
You know, it's always kind of an emotional time for the coaches and the seniors right before the game when they get announced and things like that. But our young kids came out and played. They, you know, we make a big emphasis. You know, you go play for these guys. That's what this day's all about. And I thought all of our kids stepped up, played great, and it was a fun day.
Yeah, no, definitely. Both sides of the ball. I mean, there were some big hits. There was a lot of jawing early on for both teams, which, you know, I guess when there's not playoff implications. I guess you're trying to get motivated somehow, right. And they made an inner game or a game inside of the game and everything. But yeah, I mean from the start to the finish, the guys, you know, everybody played really well, especially, you know, running the ball. It's been a while since we ran the ball, especially that well. Well over 500 yards. Everybody was clicking inside, outside, and all of that. But just talk a little bit more about the offense.
Well, we did a great job up front. You know, our kids were. We really had a great week of practice last week, and it was a carryover from kind of the week before. And you know, we played okay against Benedictine, but we wanted to come out and really, you know, prove that we have a good offense and that, you know, we can do things like this. Excuse me, and they. You know, they gave us, you know, some opportunities early. We had some big runs early. You know, looking at, you know, our goals, you know, we want 8 explosive plays, and I think we had 19 explosive plays, which are plays over 15 yards. And so it's one of those things where we really put an emphasis on let's drive the football, but more importantly, let's score points. And our kids did a great job once we got in the red zone of, you know, really amping up the intensity, and we got the ball in the end zone, and you know, it proved that you know, hey, you guys can do this. So hopefully it's a carryover this week.
Definitely. There were a lot of seniors that had big days. Amos Johnson with over 100 yards and 3 touchdowns. Colin Lentz scored for his first time ever. Defensively, there were guys that made some big plays, etc. Just one more time about the seniors, I guess, and especially their day.
Yeah, you know, again, you know, we go back to, and we try and do everything we can to get all of our seniors in the game. Unfortunately for us, we were able to do that Saturday. You know, Tyler Albert had a couple carries, and so it was just a good day in general, you know. But to win on senior day, you know, the last time they're going to put on the blue and gold on you know, at Community Stadium, and it was fun for our kids, but it was fun for our younger kids too to see, you know, how important it is to win on senior day, and then when they get to that point, you know, how important it is to win for the seniors. And it was a great day. I think they all contributed in one way or another, and that makes it even more fun.
Definitely. All right, switching pages to equally, if not much bigger game. I mean, it's the last game of the year. It doesn't impact playoffs for us or anything, but we can play spoiler, and probably more importantly, again, we can keep the Rock and Ladder trophy here in Oskaloosa. So Grandview, honestly, this is a huge game for them. We talked off camera that, you know, if they lose, and they know it, they know coming in what this game means to them. If they lose, they're probably not making the playoffs. And last year we beat them, maybe didn't mean as much, and I'm not saying in taking anything away. We played amazing, and I don't know if they really could counter what we were doing, but this year there's going to be heightened importance for it in so many ways, and you know, they obviously want to get the trophy back as well. And then you throw in the cold weather, you know, the snow that we had last night. So it's pure, perfect November Midwest football, you know, at its finest tomorrow.
Well, and we look forward to it. You know, our kids, again, we've had a good week of practice. Our kids have really been into it. You know, the most important thing you said out of all that is we need to try and keep the trophy. You know, and that's been our goal, and we've you know, that's one thing that we talk about. It's one of our team goals to begin the season, is to win the Rock and Ladder Trophy, which means we have to beat Grandview. And you know, this will be the last time for a few years that we actually play Grandview, the last game of the year. You know, so it'll be a mid-season game starting next season, which is a little bit unfortunate. Coach Woodley and I both like, you know, let's play this thing at the end, but we're looking forward to the day. You know, we got outside on Wednesday in practice and it was cold, and we got outside yesterday and it was cold, and And tomorrow it's going to be cold. I mean, and that's kind of the mindset you have to take into the game. It's, you know, when you attack a hot day, there's so many things that you have to take into effect, and you know, when you attack a cold day, you have to take things into effect. You know, and so we're looking forward to the day. You know, we'll get on the bus at 8:30 and travel up there, and at 11 o'clock we'll step on the field, and at noon we'll go try and win a game. And you know, the fact that, you know, we're trying to play spoiler and things like that, it's unfortunate for us, but we're going to go try and do our best, and I know our kids are going to play hard, and it should be a great day.
Definitely. This is a battle of the second best running attack in the nation versus the best rush defense in the nation. So something's got to give, I guess, is how you look at it. And hopefully, you know, we don't need to get 500 yards like we did last weekend, but you're going to need to have sustained attacks and be able to finish. And then, you know, we can talk about the other side, but let's talk about the offensive side first.
Well, I think, you know, what we did last year is obviously going to be countered, and so we need to be prepared and you know, figure out early how they're going to counter what we did, and then try and attack accordingly. You know, Coach Johansson up there, coaching the defense, calling defense, is a great coach. I'm sure they'll have a good plan, and you know, we think we've done a lot of work this week to try and figure out ways that they can counter and be prepared for that. And so we think we have a good plan going into the game. We think that you know, it's going to be very important for us to score points. Score points early, but at the same time, it's going to be important for us to sustain the football, because they're good on offense too. And so, you know, it's going to come down to, you know, and this is, I know, cliche, but tomorrow especially, it's going to be very important for us to not turn the ball over. If we have to punt the ball, let's you know, try and pin them deep and do those types of things. But we're looking forward to tomorrow, and our kids are ready to play.
Definitely. The other side of the ball, they're as much of a mixed offense as you're going to see. A really good single running back, and then, you know, a quarterback that just spreads it around a little bit. Nothing real special either. Definitely in the passing game, the offense, or excuse me, the running game, very good running back. But you know, it's a situation that, you know, obviously you got to be prepared for everything.
Well, I think, you know, where the game's going to be won as far as their offense against our defense is up front. They're very good up front, and we think that we're pretty good up front too on defense. And so, you know, their offensive line sets the tone. You know, and if we can make sure we play tough and we stay in our gaps and we do those types of things defensively up front, you know, and make them, you know, get to the point where they have to throw the football, and then we can kind of pin our ears back a little bit. But you know, early in the game, I think it's going to be important that we put an emphasis on stopping the run, that we do a good job of playing physical and doing the things that we need to do. Jared Lowe, their running back, is a fantastic football player, one of the best in the conference, and they want to establish him. There's no question about that. And if we let them do that, then it could be a long day for us. But if we do a good job early in the game shutting down the run game, you know, we're going to give ourselves a good chance.
Right. I mean, hopefully the snow will have melted. I know it's not really going to be warm enough today, but, you know, maybe it'll just be in. It might actually be dry conditions. They play on turf as like we do, but hopefully that won't be an impact. But if anything, you'd have to think that that's going to lean towards, you know, the running game having a little more success than
it's going to be a little more important for sure. And you know, I've been up and done a couple playoff games up there. They'll do a good job of getting the snow off the field. They do that even when it's sub-zero and snows the night before. Their staff's really good about that. So I think we'll have a dry surface. I think we'll, you know, it could be a little bit windy, which you know could come into effect. We know all about that from the Peru State game. I don't think it's supposed to be quite like that, but you know, it'll be a fun day. I mean, there'll be a good crowd. It's Grandview, William Penn, whether it's basketball, football, track, it doesn't make any difference. It's always a rivalry, and so we're going to go up and play into that rivalry, and hopefully we play inspired football.
That's right, and bring back the Rock and Ladder.
Bring back the Rock and Ladder trophy.
All right, so if you're up in Des Moines on tomorrow at noon, check out Coach Hafner and the guys. Last time here in 2018, playing spoiler, playing for the big trophy, playing for, you know, not a lot of teams get to say they won their last game of the year, and that's always a huge thing going into the off season. You know, you have a lot of momentum
to recruiting. Absolutely,
exactly. Everybody feels good about it. So, all right, best of luck tomorrow, Coach.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.